rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Cannon. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd down, Cannon. And this one is incomplete. Working for Cade Otton that time, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Cannon. It's caught by Mike Evans. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
On 4th down, Cannon. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. Back to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught by Evans. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, here's White. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Johnson's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Falcons had 6 and 9 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Cannon. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33.
That's another Falcon.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Shifts by at the 15. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Christian McCaffrey with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And complete to Drake London. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple out.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
A 33-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A final shot before break. Cannon. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Looking to throw on second down. Cannon. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back in his own 3-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Cannon. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rashad White with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The kick is good.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. George Pickens, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, Lehman, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, Cannon. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Looking to throw. Cannon. This is White on the screen. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Forced out to his left. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical. You figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Back to throw now on first down.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
McCaffrey. Touchdown, Falcons. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On second down, they'll run with Wright. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Opting to run again here with White. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Johnson for the extra point try. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bucs,
they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.